Today we will be trying out the brand new Heybike Villain. This is the hottest and newest electric dirt bike on the market right now, and it is also 52 volts with 190 newton meters of torque and over 4,000 watts. We have a lot compact in this little cardboard box that you see right here, so it is time to unbox this thing and see what this bike is looking like. What makes this e-bike any different from the hundreds of e-bikes I see popping up on all these social medias every single day? Well, that's what we are here to find out today, boys. This 52 volt electric dirt bike has my attention because I love these mini bikes. So today we're going to be taking this thing out and putting this thing through the test at the pump track, hitting jumps and taking this thing on a true top speed run to see if it matches everything they say. We also almost crashed this thing, so thank you to Heybike for sending this bike out and letting us test this thing out. I'm super stoked because I have a real love for these mini bikes right now. It's like having a little 110 dirt bike without having your neighbors yell at you. You can hop on this thing and ride it wherever you want because it is quiet. The Heybike Villain comes in this super bright yellow, even on the seat, and it looks pretty sick. Here is the front wheel. Almost everything is actually put together on this bike except for the rear shock, which we're gonna have to lift up after we took the bolt out of the mounting point, and then we're gonna slide that shock in and then slide our bolt through there. After that, we kind of just gotta tighten that up. And moving to the front, we do have a few things to put on here. So we're kind of getting everything unwrapped from all the bubble wrap here with our front brakes, our handlebars, and all the clamps we need to put the handlebars on. So just one bolt on each side of those clamps to hold those in, and then we can mount our handlebars onto that. So very simple to assemble this bike and pretty straightforward. Now, as this bike is coming together, we're getting our first look at this bike, but I've actually seen this bike before. We're here to see it before it's even out, boys. That's right, Heybike was cool enough to invite me out to CES where I got to check out this bike in person for the first time, and I knew I wanted to do a review on this thing because it just caught my eye. And this thing has over 4,000 watts of power for this motor, so this thing should rip. We are now getting the rest of this bike assembled so we can go test this thing out. So we got to throw our front wheel on, very simple, and then a couple bolts for the brake caliper. Everything is pretty self-explanatory here, so we're just bolting everything up and zip tying the front number plate on. And then for our foot pegs, we have just these three pieces. We have a spring, a pin, and a clip. And looking over this bike, it does have a few things that normally don't come on e-bikes. Now, this is the first time I've seen this. This is a safety harness. Basically, you have the ability to wear this around your wrist, so it kind of kill switches it if you just step off the bike and maybe someone whiskey throttles it. Many things this could be safety for. It's kind of what comes on like jet skis and stuff and snowmobiles. So this is all the tools that we use to assemble it ourselves because I use my own tools to make my life easier. But Heybike does include a full tool kit which has every single tool that you could possibly need to assemble this bike. Included in this kit also comes a charger, and that's what we're going to need right now before we do any riding on this to make sure we're getting max potential out of this bike when we first pull it out. As you can see, the charger is a little shorter than what I prefer on the bikes, but this isn't the first one I've seen like that. It's actually very common for them to come this short, so we just set it on the seat instead of letting it hang. Now we have the bike out in the sun. First time of me seeing the bike outside, not at CES, and it looks super sick. I really like the hand controls on this. It looks really clean on this bike. The grips are nice. It has grip locks, and then it has these two buttons. This bike actually has reverse, so you can throw this thing in reverse. I'm not sure when you would need that, but it has it. The tires are very nice. Definitely has the best suspension out of the mini bikes that we've done with the Tutio and the Yozma. This one so far is sitting pretty high on that list. But now it's time to go test this thing out. Alright, first time pulling out the Heybike. We're here where we got some mountain bike trails and some stuff to test out this bike. So let's see what we can get into. The suspension is super good on this. Wow, dude, it is just eating through here. That's a workout. That is a workout. Even on an e-bike, I'm still pumping like crazy on that thing. Holy crap! Oh, I almost dropped the Heybike. So far, Heybike is ripping. It's honestly a little bit more power than I'm used to for the mini bikes. It's really torquey on the bottom end, so I'm getting used to that. Going around here is really fun. It's a huge workout on the pump track though. But this thing handles amazing. I'm 170 pounds and 6 foot tall, and this thing holds up plenty fine. Feels pretty good. Wrap. Like 2 inches of air that time.
You got like 3 feet of air that time.
Heybike is feeling nice. Now it is time to go hit the dirt. I was waiting to get it dirty until we got some glamour shots of it, but it's seen enough pavement now. Let's go take this thing to the dirt and see what it can do.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
One, you can try it first and then just go up to 3 if you want. You press the up sign. Oh, your phone.
We can hit there's actual trails if you want to.
Yeah, you show me. I've never been over here.
So we gotta hit that way. It's a QC loop.
Okay.
And it'll take us like to the first loop. It goes like, we'll hit D, C, and then B.
Okay, let me follow you. Oh wow, there's a lot of trails. No way, this dude's ripping. No way. The Heybike is super dialed out here.
It gets like, it's not like too far, but it is like a little bit of a mob. I don't want to take the time away from
No,
you.
dude, you're good. You're good.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right, let's fucking hit it.
Let's do it. No way, this is sick. That one's sketchy. No way I'm doing that one. Bro, you're ripping on that thing. Now, although the homie is ripping around on the Yozma, this Heybike is eating through this dirt. This thing definitely has more power than the Yozma and a bunch more torque. Whoa. This is insane. No way. Now, if you were curious, this is the same wheel size as the bike that's in front of me. It has a 12-inch wheel in the back and a 14-inch wheel up front. A pretty basic size for these size e-bikes and pretty much all you really need. And with this setup on this bike, we are supposed to have 50 miles of range. Dude, this is so sick. That was the most graceful wipeout I've ever seen. He like slid up it. Let me see.
Speed, I like kind of pussied out.
Yeah, you have to lean so hard into that on these, I bet.
Sorry, bro, I didn't hurt
Oh,
you.
bro, trust me, it's just for fun, man. I don't mind. As long as you're having fun on it, that's all that matters. In reality, as long as he didn't crash my Heybike, we are all good. No, I don't care. It is fine. We are having a bunch of fun ripping these bikes around. And if you want one of these bikes yourself, you can use code MOPBOYZ and save yourself a bunch of money on getting yourself a Heybike Villain right now. These bikes just came out, and they're going to be pretty much the hottest mini bike out for a while. So go ahead and check them out in the description down below if you're curious about getting one yourself. Dude, that's a better one, I think, to do it on. There you go. This one's... That's pretty cool.
So pussy out, like halfway through, like touching it.
Yeah. You started leaning against it and was just like slid right down. This is sick back here. It makes you want to get a mountain bike now. So you gotta have everything, right? You gotta have one of everything, man.
Come out here alone and just fucking mosh around. You know, next I'm trying to go hit some, because I just got my mountain bike. I'm trying to hit some like actual sick trails, you know, that go off into nothing.
You need to go to Lee when they do the summer thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, this Heybike is ripping out here in the dirt. I'm so stoked on this thing. Homie on the Yozma is ripping up too, but I honestly can tell that the Heybike is a little better. Full throttle. Good job. Damn. All right, girl. No, that is scary. So I feel like I'm automatically gonna land. Dude, we have been properly putting this Heybike to the test. That is for sure. I am impressed at how good this thing can climb these hills though. You got scrub. I feel like Hayden Deegan out here. Scrub. Rop. Oh. All right, we are about 15 miles in on our review for the Heybike Villain right here. And as you can see, we already kind of beat the crap out of this thing. It is completely filthy now after ripping through all this rock, dirt, sand, and jumps that we just went through. I have to say, this bike is pretty dialed. The suspension feels really good on this bike. I want to say that the clearance is almost higher than the Yozma. We might have to measure that, but it feels like there's a lot of clearance on this bike. The suspension feels really good for my height and my weight, and the power is there. When Heybike first hit me up, they actually had this bike set to be a 48 volt. When they reached out with the details of the bike, they decided it would be in their best interest to up this thing to 52 volts. And I think that's exactly where they just won over this market on these smaller size e-bikes right here with the 52 volts. Power feels amazing. Quality of the bike feels really good. And it seems like every time we've done one of these e-bike reviews, they almost step up. And when you're categorizing these e-bikes, I think they fall in two different categories, where the big expensive ones, mini ones, are what's most important to me because they have to be designed to hold a little bit more weight. It feels a little beefier than the Yozma is itself. The Yozma is super dialed. I love the Yozma, but this one definitely does feel a little beefier. On the frame itself, it is a tubular design on the frame. It's not the basic squared aluminum style frame that you see over there on the Yozma. It's a little bit different. I kind of like it though. It seems like it's a little skinnier up here. The seat is very long. As you can tell, the seat almost goes all the way to the headset and then goes all the way to pretty much midpoint of the wheel. So you have a lot of space here on the seat for movement around. It gets you a little bit better control when you're turning and just sliding around on the seat. Now, as you see for the suspension, obviously, like I mentioned, this one feels like it is designed a little bit more for a heavier set rider, a bigger full adult. Whereas if you look on the Yozma right here, it does not. It's more of a basic style spring. As you can see side by side, the Heybike definitely has a little bit more clearance here on the bottom. I'm just going off of looks. Obviously, we'd have to measure it, but I can clearly tell from in person here that we have a lot more clearance there on the Heybike. And standing side by side, the Heybike definitely has a little bit higher of a seat style position here on this dirt bike itself. So it's a little bit bigger, a little beefier. Now this is a review, so I do have to mention everything I noticed. One thing I will say that I was not a fan of is the seat latch here. And this one actually just has this threaded nut down here. It's kind of just like a little T-nut that you can just twist off with your hands. And then your seat comes off. Now it's kind of convenient because your whole seat comes off, right? But I'm not a fan of how easy you can lose these because this one doesn't even have a chain on it. On the Tutio, it was kind of a similar design like this, but it was connected to like a keychain link, and this thing couldn't fall off. It would just hang here if it did come off. So I definitely think that should be something they should look into when they go to the next model, on kind of having something that can just secure this in. Not a big deal. Obviously, we haven't lost it yet, and we just went off-road through all this bumpy rock. So maybe it's not as big of a deal as I'm thinking, but personally, just seeing something like that, I wish there was a way to make sure this thing wouldn't fall off when it's upside down mounted like that. The way this one is set up, the controller is up top here and our battery is down in below here. So I'm not even sure we can remove the battery unless we remove all these panels and all that. I can actually see this is our battery right down here. This is our main plug here. So there's not really a way that we can kind of unplug this battery plug unless we pop off this side panel. I've been a big fan of my Yozma over here since I got it. And it's one of those things that I didn't even know I was gonna like it that much. And once I got that thing, it's like I end up almost riding that thing every day, just doing wheelies around in my backyard. So these mini e-bikes have definitely became one of my favorite little toys in my garage. So I'm stoked that we just found one that might be even better. All right, we have tested the Villain off-road. We tested it at the pump track, but we didn't get a full speed pull on it. So here is the full speed that they are claiming this bike makes straight out of the box, and we're gonna put that to the test right now. To make sure we get a proper test on it, we're gonna hit it on the pavement. That way we can't use the dirt as an excuse. So we should be able to hit top speed right now on this pavement. Let's see what it does. Let's hop behind the scooter, dude. Oh, okay. Well, we're already over 35. 40. 42. 44. Oh, wow. 46? No way. We're smashing. Wait, what? This thing was just hitting 47 miles per hour bone stock. I didn't even expect that. That's actually impressive. We're going to try it on the longer straight there. That was 47. That's pretty crazy, actually. I actually was not expecting that. I kind of was expecting maybe a 40, but damn. What's that dude's name? The Tropicana guy that was on the skateboard. Oh, we got to cross. All right, let's see what it does. 47 again. It's like, yeah, we're just barely hitting 47.9. I don't know if you can see that, but we're hitting, it says it's like stuck at 47.9. It won't go over 48. I feel like we're going faster, it's just not reading faster. But it has not moved since 47.9. That's pretty impressive. That's about 50 miles per hour on this tiny little e-bike. Dude, you can get around on this thing. And this is uphill too. We were doing 47 uphill the first time. Able to go the speed limit on most streets here on this $1,000 e-bike. Dude, I hit 48 miles per hour. That is actually impressive. Last time on the Yozma and the 2TO, we had to use the Bluetooth dongle. This one, we don't have to do anything. It's already at 48 miles per hour. I could probably plug in the dongle and tune this thing a little bit more, but this bike is so new. I haven't seen anyone do the settings on what they use for the tuner on this thing. So I don't really want to risk that one myself yet and risk, you know, burning up one of these motors. So for now in this video, I think that's going to do it for this one on testing the Heybike. But let's get back to the garage and sum up what we think about this bike. Well, where do we stand on our review for the Heybike Villain? I think that obviously this is the best mini electric dirt bike that we have personally reviewed on my channel. And I think this is going to be a little bit of a game changer right now for the market, because there's a big jump in the mini electric dirt bikes when it comes to the higher power ones, from lower $1,000 range to now about $3,000 for some of the higher end electric mini dirt bikes. And for something like this, I definitely think it's worth it. For under $1,500, you can do so many things with it, versatile on exactly what we just did. The small pump track stuff, like I said, you can just wheel it around in your backyard. No noise, no one's gonna be pissed off at you, and anyone can hop on it and ride it. We let some guy that we met at the pump track, was riding a mountain bike, hop on one, no problem. Same with my girlfriend, she can ride these things, no problem. So, and obviously we have compared this thing to the 2TO and the Yozma, which we already reviewed. The 2TO is definitely the most budget option. Obviously, when you step up, you have the Yozma over here, which is for a couple $100 way better than the 2TO. And then for only about $100 more, you get a ton more power with more functions on here and a better riding bike in general, especially for a full-size rider. So this thing is actually pretty comfy. And if you look over here from the top, I like the design more on the Heybike one because it is a little bit slimmer, and the seat is almost as wide as the bike, so your knees aren't just banging all over the place. Whereas if you look at this one, the seat's a little thinner and the side of the bike sticks out a little bit more, so you are constantly hitting your knees on there and you kind of have a little bit more difference of a stance. I love this bike, but I love this one a whole lot more. But that will conclude our video on the Heybike Villain today, the ultimate e-bike for under $1,500. Thank you, Heybike, for letting me review your new mini electric dirt bike. And if you want to grab one yourself, make sure you go down to the description down below. Use the coupon code MOPBOYZ because you could save yourself even more money on this thing. That's going to do it for this one. I will see you guys in the next video.